Hi there, this is Dana, and I'm having a new video, and it's to do with fibromyalgia, what your doctor won't tell you about fibromyalgia or chronic pain. And one reason why I decided on having this educational and insightful video is because I'm heading into my 10-year anniversary of being diagnosed with primary fibromyalgia. And so my diagnosis was in March 2008, and it was one of those life-stopping moments when you had to make some tough decisions. And through the past 10 years, I have battled for my health. I have fought hard to regain my body and my mind. And while it hasn't been easy, I have learned valuable tools and insightful lessons. There's so much wisdom along the journey of healing. And today I hope and pray that it could be encouragement to you and also maybe help you so you don't fall into the potholes and the little traps in the medical industry that I fell into. So let's move on for the wonderful insight on what your doctor won't tell you about fibromyalgia or chronic pain. Number one, your doctor may not tell you that fibromyalgia goes hand in hand with depression. And I wish that I would have known this in advance. I wish I would have understood at the very beginning that depression is common. Do not be ashamed of it. Don't feel badly about it. And to understand that when you are facing excruciating pain, brain fog, insomnia, and so many other debilitating symptoms that go with chronic pain and fibromyalgia, it very well could increase your depression, and it's something that we shouldn't feel that it's bad. Instead, we can try to find ways to treat it gently and naturally. Number two, what your physician won't tell you about fibromyalgia is that your doctor may prescribe you one drug after another drug, and it may end up that you find yourself taking a potent prescription, and it's just like this heavy-duty cocktail that knocks you off your rear end. And it may actually spiral your life, your family, and your future out of control. Number three, what your doctor may or may not tell you about fibromyalgia is that the foods and beverages you consume on a daily basis will have a direct impact, for good or for worse, on your body, on your symptoms, on your ability to sleep, on your ability to function from day to day. So the one key that I learned in my 10 years is that what we eat, what we consume, will definitely either increase or decrease our pain levels. So for an example, red dye number 40, no good. No good. Artificial colors and genetically modified ingredients, fake foods, fast foods, junk foods, the list is long. But the end result is that when we start looking into nutrition, clean eating, and radically making changes, and in my case, it had to be pretty significant, in which I did decide 7 years ago to clean up my diet, to ditch gluten, ditch dairy, and to really make some healthy changes that could transform my body from the inside out. And looking back, I realized it's the best decision I ever made, and it most definitely decreases my inflammation and my fibromyalgia symptoms. Next would be number four, what your doctor may or may not tell you about fibromyalgia is that you may lose your ability to work inside and outside the home. You may not be able to sit long, stand long, to be able to bend, twist, turn, lift. There's so many different things about working and employment that your doctor may never ever discuss with you. Now, I'm not saying your doctor has or has not or will or won't. I'm saying in my case, it never was brought up ever in the entire 10 years. And so I learned hands-on training that when I was trying to work, that it was difficult and I had excruciating pain, and that when I tried to discuss my concerns with my supervisor, they did not understand. And so you have to know in advance that not everybody will understand fibromyalgia. Sometimes your own doctor doesn't understand fibromyalgia, and that you have to advocate for your own health and do what is best for you, even if it means taking short-term time off or looking into other ways to make income that you don't have to hurt your body or cause yourself more stress. Number 5 is what your doctor may or may not tell you about fibromyalgia and chronic pain is that you may have difficulties with activities of daily living. So we're talking things that people take for granted, like eating, cleaning, washing dishes, doing laundry, vacuuming, bathing, putting on makeup, taking care of your children, taking care of your pets, going grocery shopping. So there's this huge list of activities of daily living that most doctors don't even consider, and yet we are confronted with this, and we will need to decide how to manage our lives and our pain in the best way. Number 6, what your doctor may not tell you about fibromyalgia is that you become their guinea pig. That's right, they experiment on you. They want you to try all kind of interesting and new drugs and treatments. And you have to decide, do you want to succumb to this? Are you willing to risk some serious injuries, damage, suicidal possibilities, or shall you just pass on it altogether? Number 7, what your doctor may not tell you about fibromyalgia or chronic pain is that when you're in the doctor's office and you're discussing your concerns, and mind you, they're legitimate, you're hurting all over. There's all these different trigger points on the body and they hurt like hell, and you're in pain and you can't function. And you're trying to describe these symptoms. Maybe talk about the insomnia, the brain fog, you know what I'm talking about, people. And what happens is your doctor says to you, you're over-exaggerating, that you're just overreacting. It's all in your mind. Interesting. Next, number 8. What your doctor may not tell you about fibromyalgia is that if you inquire about tapering the medication he or she prescribed you, they may say no. They may resist the whole tapering idea. They may tell you that you need to be remaining on this drug indefinitely. Number 9, what your doctor may not tell you about chronic pain and fibromyalgia is that many prescriptions that they will prescribe you have a black box warning. And so I look back and I think, wow, I wish my doctor would have told me about all these different medications they have prescribed that did have a black box warning. I was not aware, and it caused me great harm. And so I look back on this and I think that is something extremely important. Always seek out on your own whether the medication does have negative interactions, side effects, and a black box warning. And some drugs to be on the alert. Cymbalta, the other drug name for it is called duloxetine. There's also Lyrica. There is gabapentin, which is also known as Neurontin. And there's benzodiazepines such as Xanax, Klonopin, Valium, lorazepam, and Ativan. And there's more. There's more benzos. Research it yourself. And arm yourself with knowledge about black box warnings and what it can mean for you. Let's move on to number 10, what your doctor may not tell you about fibromyalgia is that you may actually go through wicked withdrawals from your medication before, during, and after a taper. What your doctor may not tell you is that your body will build up this tolerance to the actual dosage and milligrams that he or she prescribed you, and suddenly you will have these crazy paradoxical effect in which the very reason they gave you this drug, pain, you're going to start feeling more pain. So if they gave it to you for insomnia, you might start experiencing worse insomnia. If you're taking a medication for depression, you may experience worse depression. And on top of it, you might have anxiety, hostility, changes in your behaviors and personality, and become suicidal. Number 11, what your doctor may not tell you about fibromyalgia and chronic pain is that there is a gentler way to reduce your pain levels. There's a natural way to try to decrease that inflammation in your body, to decrease that depression, and decrease all the things going on from head to toe. This is something your doctor may never ever tell you because they don't go to school for holistic medicine or nutrition. They have minimal hours on just the topic of clean nutrition. So keep in mind that you're probably not going to discuss or hear from your doctor anything pertaining to natural supplements. But I'm here today to say that I ditched every single one of those toxic drugs, and I fired my doctor, kicked both of them into the curb, and said, no thanks. And so after cleaning up my diet, ditching the doctors, the drugs, and going through wicked withdrawals, I was able to gradually, slowly reclaim my health. And while I'm not saying it was easy, because that's the furthest from the truth, I am saying that it's possible when we learn to focus on some very doable natural methods, especially dietary changes that can enhance our health and help us with our quality of life. And so if you'd like to learn more about my own story, you could go to danaarcuri.com, start doing your own research, look into diet, look into ways that you may be able to decrease your pain. For example, for me, saying goodbye to gluten, which is wheat, rye, barley, and oats, that was a hard choice. It was a challenging diet, but I guarantee you it helped me take back control of my health. And I'm not saying that it's for you. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I'm just putting it out there so you are aware on some ideas on how to eat healthier and consider different methods that are natural to regain your health and to continue walking forward in your healing journey. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, feel free to leave your comments on your own fibromyalgia journey, and I wish you wellness. God bless.